Heyo everybody, it's Audrey from Audrey Lynn Studios on the west side of Canada near Vancouver. I have a kiln opening today. That big box back there, sorry about that, but Beaver sent the stainless steel table for me to review, and like I got nowhere else to keep it but right there, so that'll be coming. Okay, so this firing was the slow cool, going to 2200 and holding that for 10 minutes and then dropping to 1900 and holding that for 30 minutes. And that is on my blog page at my website, audreylynnstudiios.com. The link is below. Okay, so let's go. Let's start with a couple small things first. I have ornaments. So they're all done on Plainsman 340 clay. So it's a buff clay. And these two little ornaments for Easter are Cafe au lait, Pinkaboo on his feet, and Old Lace. And those are stroking coats. So they're really cute. And another couple of ornaments. The hummingbird, and I have it in two different color schemes. So there's this one. I hope you can see okay, but I have pictures in between, of course. So, and then this one. So both of them have Slime Time as the body, Old Lace as the breast part, and then Hot Tamale is the little red part. This one here has Cutie Pie Coral, the pink, and then light pink Pinkaboo. And then this one has Purplicious and Teal next time. So do you have a favorite or not really? Yeah, let me know. And then a couple little owls again, and you would have seen ones that are done in birch coming out of my kiln before. This one is Georgie's tie-dye. I've had it for a long time. I don't even know if you can get it anymore. But this one was Tidal Pool. And I loved them because they broke so nicely. But I mean, there's other glazes that break nicely too. So that's okay. And then the mushroom, birch on the bottom and Tidal Pool on the top. And then I have some pieces. Oh, how about this one? This is a hand built piece, and it also Georgie's Tidal Pool, and it's poppy seed, and a place to put a rod so that you could stick it in your garden. So I I threw a couple off the hump and then went away, and they all dried up. So this is the only one I have right now, but I hope to make more because I really like them. Yeah. And then I have some magnets. It's a little dove, Old Lace, and Slime Time stroke and coat. And then a carnation. So this would be nice for Mother's Day. Pinkaboo and Slime Time. I just kept Slime Time on all the greens. I was like in no mood to start changing greens. And then Sea Breeze and Old Lace. And a rose. Hot Tamale. My Birth Flower. Lily of the Valley. And that's Old Lace and Slime Time. This one is Cutie Pie Coral and Slime Time. And then the tulip I have here is Butter Me Up and Slime Time. So those are really cute. They're really fun for Mother's Day, for spring. Yeah, you know. Okay, then I have a couple more Easter egg trinket dishes, and it's both of them are the same roller, and it's the roller by 3D Commotion, Sue Butler on Etsy. So I'll leave a link for her Etsy shop. And this one is Floating Turquoise. And this one is, I can never remember, you know. I think it's Boogie Pink. I think so. And the only reason I think so is because I made a couple of these Ceramics by Jazz trinket dishes. And this one is the Honey Flux times 2, River Birch times 1. The River Birch I just put on the top though. I didn't bother putting it on the back. And then Bougainvillea, Spectrum Bougainvillea on all the edges of the petals. So they're very pretty. They're so pretty. What a nice Mother's Day thing. And this one is the 2 times Honey Flex, 1 time River Birch, and then Deep Fire Brick. Amico's Deep Fire Brick on the edge. Yeah, they're so pretty. Then I had these laying around, so I thought I would just put a little saying on them, but I don't really like how they turned out. So I think I'm going to refire with the ochre, yeah, Amico ochre 50-50 mixing clear, like Nat from Mud Magic does, my thesis. and then put a layer on top of there. So yeah, Mama's Little Sunflower. And this one is Honeybees and Flowers Please. So yeah, I'm going to refire those. They just don't have very much pizzazz, you know? And then I have another roller by Sue Butler, and cookie cutter is an olive dish, and this is 340 clay. So then I just put the underglaze transfer on the bottom and seaweed on the top, and then I found these nice picks, and I'll just put a pick with it, or olives. I like the style of that pick. Yeah, so that pick was on Amazon. Nice. Now I just have a few testers. This is not a tester. It's just Coyote Rhubarb on its own on white stoneware. And I just wanted to try it again. I love it. And then this one on the outside was 2 times Sunset Pink. And then I wanted to try out the Archie's base because it had come up in a discussion that people were talking about the Bots Plus. And I was asking, is Bots Plus the same sort of thing as Archie's base? And nobody really had an example. Somebody did say yes. So I just thought I'd do a couple testers myself. So that's Archie's base on Sunset Pink, both by Coyote. Yeah. And then this one is, okay, so what I did was Honey Flux once, and then 2 times raspberry, no. Honey Flux once, And then 2 times raspberry mist. So this is pure raspberry mist, and this is on top of honey flux. And then Archie's base on the rim. And I like that. I really like that. And then just raspberry mist with Archie's base on the rim. And it didn't really move there, did it? So I think it's the honey flux under here. I like that combo right there. And then another little sample, and the last sample. So what I'd done here on my last, I think it was my last kiln node, I had those little houses and I had refired them. I had the first firing, I had done stroke and coat on the bushes and the door or whatever. And then the second time I fired, I had put 1 layer of snow all over everything. So when it came out of the kiln, it had this really cool effect on the stroke and coat. So I thought I'd do a tester of it. So this is sour apple and teal next time. And I just, like, they're on diagonal. You see that? Diagonal, diagonal, diagonal. And then I put snow, 1 coat of snow on it. So it didn't do too much with 1 coat of snow, but do you see all that there? But I like this. That is, yeah, stroke and coat. Which one is that though? That's not teal next time. Whatever, doesn't matter. The point was it was with 1 coat of snow. Okay, back up. This is sour apple. And this is Blue Isle, stroke and coat. And this is teal next time. And then I put 1 coat of snow on the outside and 2 coats of snow on the inside. This is what happens when you get a minute to record and then you're not prepared and whatever. Okay. That looks nice. I like that. So I'm going to try that. Stroke and coat with snow more often. All right, then a couple more heart bowls. There's this one. 2 times honey flux, 1 time river birch, 2 time deep fire brick. Yeah, they always turn out nice. I said I was gonna do different colors, but I don't want to. I like them like this, but I will. And this is another one. Yeah, I like that. All right, then I had that other refire, 3rd time through. I had done fog on this twice, and I had dabbed fog on here first to make it so the underglaze transfer was protected, and you could see that it was thicker brush dabs, and I didn't like it. So then I refired it by adding 2 more coats of fog, and it minimized it, but you could still see it. And so this time I added 2 more coats of fog and then glaze chips around, and meh, you know, somebody will like it. But I like the idea of using the glaze chips in the round, so yeah. Turned out okay. Then I have another refire, and this was in the Keep It or Ditch It, and I think it's been fired 5 times, and now it's okay. It's that black bowl. Do you remember? And I basically put 2 more coats of seaweed on it. Because obsidian really sucks up the seaweed, and I'd only put 1 coat on before, and it wasn't working. So the inside is beautiful. So now I can sell this. This is good. All right. And then I had seen this and I meant to look it up, who it was that I saw it. I think it was an Instagram channel. I'd pulled this ball out of the kiln before, and it's 2 times honey flux, 1 time river birch, and then Albany, 2 times Albany slip brown, 2 times amaryllis. But the person I had seen had thrown one of these things, and so it fits in there like a berry bowl. And I thought, oh, that's a cool idea. I'm wondering about the practicality of it. I mean, it makes it so that you can use it as a bowl or a berry bowl, which I like. And anyway, I think I'll just make both types of berry bowls, you know, where it's like a berry bowl with a plate, and then this kind as well. So I thought it was kind of a neat idea, but I didn't bother throwing this. I mean, I did this on a slab, so yeah, cool. And then I did a refire, and you'd seen this before. This is Sand and Sea and Aurora Green, and it turned out great. It just had 1 little pinhole, and so I just threw it back in, and it looks great. 2 times Sand and Sea, 2 times Aurora Green. Yeah. And so then I did a Lisa Finkel mushroom luminaire. I'm quite happy with it. Happy with the form. The form's good. Candle goes in here. Light shine through there. Not happy with the top. I like that I did honey flux and deep fabric because I didn't want it to be red. So I like that part. It's just that I did the wax resist, and usually I do latex resist, but I did wax resist. I don't know why I did that, because once I was doing it, I thought, I don't like this. So next time it's going to be latex resist. So now, and then I put like speckled engobe and then put the glazes on top. But so now to refire it, I think I might just use a stroke and coat on the circles, even if it drips a bit, and just leave it at that. I have 1 more of these, and I'll use old lace. I don't want it to be white, so I might use old lace brown down a little bit, just a little bit. But anyway, the mushroom's great. So thank you, Lisa. I really love it. And I know people would love it. Like once I get it perfected, they're going to love it. So it's cool. Thank you. And then I have another, well, since we're on Lisa, she did a combo real close to this, and I thought, oh, I like that. So this is 2 times cactus to here, 2 times floating turquoise, and then 2 times olive float. And I think Lisa had used Norse, and I was going to use Norse, but then you get glazing, and then oh yeah, I was going to use Norse, and I didn't. So, but I love this, so I don't need to use Norse. I liked yours though, Lisa, with the Norse. Anyway, beautiful. I love it. And I have a mug like that. I love it. Thank you, Lisa. Yup. Real pretty. And then 2 more pieces. I have a plate, and I did this plate. Well, I thought I was using a toasted clay, but I was using a cinnamon clay that I have had forever. So anyway, and then so do you see there's a turtle and there's coral. The camera's never showing it very well. Kind of looks like just white blotches, but it's actually very pretty. Anyway, this is a roller by Alges, I believe. And these were stencils. And what I'd done is put the stencil down and then put slip on and then lifted the stencil. So there's some height to this. Probably can't see it. And this little starfish is made with a toy. So then this is soft white, 2 times soft white by Spectrum. And then there's Louisiana Bayou around the edge of it. But in some places, I put some seaweed. So yeah, it did turn out very nicely. These just look like big white patches to you, but up close it looks really nice. So that'll be good. And my last piece is a pool noodle mug, which I'm getting to it. I filmed everything. It's just the editing of these things. I made this mug with a pool noodle, and the seam of the mug is right here. And I put those there. And this is just a slab cut handle. So if you saw my glaze along for all the names, oh shoot, I was going to have all the names of that. I might have to just stop and do that. All the names of the combo like this, but it was done with Norse blue. So just a sec. Okay, so you guys were awesome. I said I needed you to help me name this mug. So we had like leather and lace, Norse wind or North sea, glacier melt, ice and fire, storm surge, winter's melt, spring's thaw. Is that one have one? Iced latte, icy latte, beachy swirl. Like they're all different. I don't know how I could even choose one. And River's Edge, Azure, pronounced Ager, and that's Ager, which is king of the sea. And Spring Rain on a Window, Norse and Leather, Winter Rapids, Sea and Sand. I mean, hardly any duplicates. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Anyway, so this mug is done the same way, only I use green tea. And there is a glaze along, but there's also a make along because I've done this as a pool noodle mug and a sippy straw cup. Yeah, nice. Chocolate chip ice cream melt? I don't know yet. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I just leave your comments and your questions in below in the comments, and yeah, you know, all that fun stuff, liking and subscribing and sharing with your friends, and yeah, all that stuff that makes the algorithm say, hey, watch this. I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate all of you. So till next time. Peace out.